If you're a business owner or executive who knows and feels there's profit hidden in your data, but you're not quite sure how to get it, stay.
And if you are a BI professional who wants to stop being an order taker and start being indispensable to the business, stay too.
But what we're about to tell you could change how you think about your data, your reporting, your analytics, and we can show you how you can make a major step towards your organization becoming truly data-driven. So who are we? I'm Nikolai, and he's obviously the older one, my father, Felix. We're the Golenkos.
And yes, we actually work together. I never thought this would ever happen, but it did. In any case, it's by choice.
Most of the times.
I've spent 35 years in business intelligence, over 400 clients. We stopped counting at 1,500 projects. Some of my clients have been with me for over 30 years, and that tells you something. I even wrote a book on how to turn data into profit. Literally, it's called Decide. And I'm also the creator of the Decide framework. And I'm still not done, because right now, AI is changing this industry faster than anything I've seen in 4 decades.
I come from a different world. Business school in London, 5 years in investment banking, evaluating companies, their data and their numbers. Lots of long nights in front of super messy Excel sheets. Then I made a choice. I left banking to take over Multibase because I saw what's happening with AI and data. And I knew for me also personally, this is bigger than anything I'd ever seen in finance.
So you've got 35 years of methodology and deep experience on one side,
and the new generation, so AI, automation, and a more commercially trained eye in evaluating businesses on the other side.
Together, that's what this channel is all about. The best of both worlds.
So what are we actually doing here?
We are showing business leaders what's possible now, how modern technology and modern methods, AI-driven business intelligence, can actually turn your data into profit. Not just dashboards, real transparency into what's happening in your business, real support for becoming data-driven and make better decisions faster.
And we're exploring what you can do beyond just running the business better. How to turn data into new products and services. Things that a few months ago didn't even seem possible.
For the BI professionals, you guys are doing great work, but you see it every day. You build data warehouses, data pipelines, dashboards, reports, but nobody uses them. You're frustrated. We are going to dig into why that's happening and show you how to change it, how to make your role actually matter in the business, how to get praise and appreciation, and how to increase your market value.
One very important part we see is that business and BI people need each other. We'll show the business leaders how to talk to their BI teams, and we'll show the BI people how to talk to their business leaders. That conversation is everything. If all of this is already possible, why aren't most companies doing it already?
First, most business leaders don't even realize what's possible today. And the ones who do, they've been burned before. They think turning data into profit requires months of work, armies of specialists, huge budgets. So they don't even try.
And what about the BI side?
Most of BI professionals were trained for the back end, building data warehouses, ETLs, data pipelines, access rights, security, but they were never taught the necessary methodology, how to connect data to actual business decisions, how to design for making decisions and taking actions, not just for visualizing data. So they build data products, but these data products don't solve the real problem.
But that sounds like everyone is stuck.
Yes, and that's exactly what we want to change. After 35 years in this business, I put all my knowledge and our processes, which we followed intuitively, into a framework called the Decide framework. That's a mindset shift. Instead of starting with data and building dashboards, you start with what kind of decisions need to be made. Who needs to decide what, in what situation? What information, what signals would actually change those decisions? Then, and only then, you build what's needed.
So we're starting from the top instead of from the bottom.
Exactly. Top down. Always. Decisions come first.
Now, we're living in the times of AI. And obviously, AI has completely changed the industry you've been part of for 35 years. Where is it that you see the impact?
everywhere. AI supercharges everything in the field of business intelligence. Tasks that took months now take weeks, in many cases, even just days. And AI doesn't just speed things up, it makes insights accessible to people who never had training. It recommends decisions. It completely changes the game.
Now, you're very passionate about AI, and I also love AI. But on the other hand, I'm also very cautious of not just throwing AI at everything. AI can massively accelerate development and really support the decision making. But still, we often see a huge gap in the implementations. In the end, there are still some issues in working with the insights. In your book, you write about what you call the human hurdle. And I think especially in times where my entire LinkedIn seems like talking about AI only, people barely talk about the human side of it.
Absolutely. Because even with perfect dashboards and reports, people struggle. They might not see the insights. They may not know what to do. And even if they do, they might not take action. AI changes all of that. It points out insights for you. It suggests decisions. And increasingly, AI agents can take actions on your behalf.
So, the Decide framework gives you the thinking, and AI gives you the power to execute.
For the first time, this is affordable and fast enough for mid-sized companies as well. That's why now. That's why this moment matters. That's why we are here.
What can you expect from this channel?
Real use cases, real situations, real experience, good and not so good. For the not so good, why it happened and how to avoid it in the future. We're going to break down how data-driven decision-making actually works. Not theory, but how companies are doing it now. We'll show you what works, what doesn't, and why.
We'll bring in guests, explore new tools. We'll dive into how AI is reshaping what's possible in business intelligence. And we'll be honest, sometimes we'll probably disagree on the best approach, but that's where the real thinking happens.
The core focus is AI-driven business intelligence, and specifically the Decide framework, the methodology that actually changes outcomes. You'll learn how to position yourself as a strategic partner, not just a tool builder, how to connect data to real business decisions.
We're going to be showing you real examples. Insight discovery process. It's how we deliver BI now. Fast, focused, and proven. We'll walk you through how it works and why this changes everything for BI professionals.
We are also entrepreneurs. So you'll hear us talking about building businesses, managing teams, brainstorming strategies, the skills that reach way beyond just technical expertise.
And we'll also be talking about succession, leadership transition, and what it means for me as the obviously younger person to take over a business that he's built. And this is all happening in real time for us, but it might be relevant to a lot of business owners.
New episodes every week, real conversations and without any filters.
If any of the stuff we talk about resonates with you, please subscribe, because we're just getting started.
So if you're serious about turning your data into profit, whether you're a business leader trying to figure out where to start, or a BI professional tired of building systems nobody uses, well, this is the place.
We'll break down how AI is reshaping the industry, and not just the LinkedIn hype version, but what we see is actually working on the ground.
And we'll probably disagree on a few things along the way.
Probably?
Definitely. And that's what it makes it interesting.
If you've got a question or a topic you want us to cover, drop it in the comments. We'll read every one of them, and we want to make sure that we pick up what's on your mind in our next videos.
Ready?
Let's turn data into profit.
See you in the next one.